Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Trojans will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bulldogs offense takes the field to start this game off. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
The give to the tailback. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Dropping back, it's back. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his guy.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's dealt. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And a really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Fast motion from the offense. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's complete! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Georgia!
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, they get paid.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the USC Trojans offense will get the ball for the first time. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Off play action. Grab near the sticks. It's Marks. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
And the Trojans are in the hurry-up. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Branch. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
The Trojans are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it's caught! Touchdown, Trojans!
Touchdown, USC. Number 1, hauls it in the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Wide receiver shows motion. He's going to pass. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it down the left side. He's loose. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Now on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Moss. Got his man quickly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. That's caught. It's marked. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Give to the running back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Etienne. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
At the 21-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10.
10-yard line. 2nd down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3.
Tackle is made at the 7-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Lets it fly. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, Football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Marks. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
And here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. At the 45 on its way. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me there.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Offense, quick tempo. To the air, it's Moss. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game.
That makes the score Georgia 17, USC 14.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bell. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. They move the tight end all over. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. At the 35, he's loose. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Using his legs, it's Etienne. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Grabbed behind the line, it's Etienne. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball in second and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable third down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in second and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Dogs with the 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking for a man. It's back. Fires on the move. And the missed connection on third down.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Field goal is good.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll try the run. Hey, that's a live ball. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's for the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the run.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
A third and long here. They can't pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Back to throw. It's back. Fires to the end zone. And the ball is picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
The Trojans headed quickly to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
All wideouts, no bats. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Out of the backfield, he's open. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Scanning the field, it's Moss. Coming after him. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. He wants to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
It's second down.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, wants to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's now third down.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're bringing heat. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. That is no good. The lead is still 6 after the miss.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Looking deep down the right side. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, men. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Athens. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Nice move to stay on his feet. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Back to throw, it's Moss. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking for a gap. It's Etienne. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They're getting this guy lathered up. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Power football with the run. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
He's knocked down at the 7-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite them.
And the Trojans decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He gets it away from his own end zone. Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off play action on first down. Lets it fly. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Dogs. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Here comes the 2-point try. trying to power it in. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
One of the first things I want to do when I come into a game is I'm going to go, where do I have the advantage? Where are my guys better than yours? And maybe they feel good about their matchup out wide. Some of those wide receivers making some of these big plays down the field. This is a good sign for this offense.
Gonna run it. It's Marks. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
At the 39. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
He's brought down at the 36-yard line. Third down coming.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Getting some heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board.
That makes the score Georgia 28, USC 17.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. He'll keep it himself. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Beck. He's got an open man. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field. Now that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The give to the back. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Moss. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Wide open downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt, and you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open, so I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marks. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Offense in an empty set. Dropping back, it's Moss. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The Trojans in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen two big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
And the Trojans will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, USC!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to kick it away.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. Gives it to the back on the draw. Jumped on top of the pile.
Really nice play call there on second and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a third and manageable situation.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Back to pass, it's Beck. Using the quick game. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Back to throw. It's Beck. Looking left. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up for the PAT. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Marks. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's Moss. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Back to the air one more time. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Got it in the middle, it's Lane. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They want to run it left here. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
And the Trojans will hustle to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Trojans. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's perfect. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score.
42, USC.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
The give out of the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. On the move at the 30. Oh, look out, there he goes. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Dogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hudson. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. This is why you recruit dudes, right? Quarterback distributes, get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and let him do his thing.
Dude makes quarterback look good. I mean, you get it to him in space, and watch. He'll break the tackles. He'll make those plays, but nice job getting the ball out fast to his playmaker and letting him do the rest.
With the catch, it's Marks. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Moss. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Tight end finds a soft spot. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Finds his big tight end. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
3rd down.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hudson. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
It leads to 2nd down.
Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Finds the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Lane. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that was just inches away from being a touchdown. He tried to get his feet down. There was a little toe tap, but just couldn't stay in bounds.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.